Hello and welcome back to CalmLands. My name is Josh, it's the Gaming Try channel, and we are in the midst of a whole lot of work. We've got everybody doing jobs, even our little trailer tractor. He's doing stuff too. Why is he paused? He's not full, is he? Yeah, he's full. Never mind. We're gonna have to go sell some stuff. Well, while we're doing that, we'll just walk by and talk about what's going on. As you can see in the distance over here behind us, or in front of us, I should say, that's Bruce's field. Bruce, the one that's still dark, which is getting rolled. It has been planted, I believe, with barley. Zorch's field is all planted and it's already growing. That one's good to go. We plowed these two fields, 1, 2, to get them going. We're gonna get some new crops in here. Oops, I missed a couple spots in the plowing. I'll have to come back at that. And then everything else is just continuing along. We've got our cotton, nice and looking nice and growing for us. Up here on the grass field, kind of see it. The grass field has been mowed. Today was the day we mow it, so I went through and mowed it. And right now I have a horseplay running, picking up all the grass with the forage wagon and delivering it to one of the silos. We do have, don't think my minions are running yet. Gotta get the minions running back and forth delivering silage. We do have the guy delivering digestate. He just kind of runs in a loop. They all run in loops. They're just constantly running. And we're, don't really care what the money is, but we're making lots of money. I did create another field. Oh, there's the digestate truck. I did create another field around the pasture. We're gonna actually, I wasn't planning on mowing this, but I'm sorry, I wasn't planning on making a field, but I think I'm gonna make a field, put in a new crop. And I was thinking about it, and as we come into this map, I made up quite a few fields. So let's look at the overview real quick. And if we look, here's the map. We've made a few fields. We still have to plow Farmer Murphy's Revenge. This one is currently getting plowed now. Mrs. Sim Gainer Corner has to be plowed as well. These ones are working in progress, blah, blah, blah. So if you look, we actually have more fields than we have crop types. Which is kind of funny. Well, it's funny to me. Like, we're just running out of crop types. One of these can be sorghum, I guess. But we already have cotton. We're not doing sugarcane, and we probably won't do potatoes. But we've already done every other field type here. So the only thing I can think of is adding more. So I went through and added more. So I added flax, lavender, and mustard. And also tall prairie grass. So we're going to plant the tall prairie grass right here around the cow farm, because that, when you mow it, it gives you hay, which is a feature that I built in. This is actually my crop. And so we're going to probably do these crops along these fields. This field right here, I think, is going to be lavender. This huge field here will be lavender. We'll probably do this one right here in flax. Probably do this one right here in mustard. Do this one in sorghum, and then do this one up here probably in carrots or something like that. Carrots or parsnips. This one right here is already planted in parsnips, I think. I don't know what it's planted in. It seems to be planted in lavender, but it shouldn't have anything in it. I don't know why it's planted in lavender. That's kind of weird. It was planted in carrots. That may be just from me adding crops to the map, and I messed up what it used to have. But I was thinking of planting those new crops up here in these small fields. So red beets, carrots, whatever. But that's it. So now we have enough crops to plant everything, which is great. But we got lots of prep work and plowing and kind of that like never-ending cycle of plow, stone pick, seed. And we've got like 4 or 5 fields to do that on today. And we also have a lot of grass to pick up, which I'm kind of picking up as I have time in between all of those other tasks. Obviously, we're getting courseplay to do. We're not selling. We're not selling poop right now. We're selling stones. Oops. We're getting Courseplay to pick up some of that stuff. The other thing we're gonna have to do today is sell some pallets. It is February in the game, so as far as the growth or selling cycles of the map go, we should be really selling some stuff. And the donut factory here is just sitting here. We never actually got that going, so today I'm going to try to get that going so we actually make some donuts with all the products that we were making. And then sell off of some of the products that we have bulk of, because it's a good time to sell. But I'm going to drive back over, get the stone picking back in order, and then continue on with some of the rest of the tasks. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and we'll jump back in when something happens. It's going to be a long day. Probably running at 1 speed the whole day if I want to get all this done. But that's the goal, is getting it all done, getting everything planted and ready to go. Just to see if we can actually get harvests on all these crops. And then once everything that's planted today, once we get planted by the end of the day, the goal is actually not to replant. Because I'm done. I own the map. I've done this challenge to a T, and there's not really much else to do but harvest everything. So we may replant. I think the only thing I'll probably replant is the sunflowers, which are up on the hill, which are going to be ready to harvest tomorrow or next month. But other than that, I'm not going to bother replanting anything. I'm just going to harvest, do what I can with the harvest, and move on. That's going to be it. Catch up with you in a little bit. It's funny, a lot of my day now, or the work that I'm doing on this map, is transporting and selling stuff and just delivering things that I can't get auto drive or something else to deliver automatically. So like right now, I'm just transporting bales because auto drive doesn't transport them very well. So we're heading up to the fermenter, dropping off some more grass for the fermenter. We have one of our silage road trains delivering to... Actually, it should be on the other road, right? Yeah, I'm just going to cut across this field. Gosh, it's so slow. 200 horsepower is where this challenge comes in, really. I got one delivering from the Zorch's fermenter, one delivering from Bruce's fermenter, and sometimes one delivering from that forge depot down there. Combined, I think I have about 2-3 million liters of silage that just needs to be delivered over to the BGA. And more grass on this field, and more grass down there, and more grass all the way over there. It's endless. It takes a lot of time, honestly. I was mentioning this in the comment, the description of the last video. The amount of time I'm spending delivering things versus, or the amount of time I'm spending playing the map now is literally 10x the length of the videos. I think the last video took me about 10 hours of gameplay to play, just to record a 40-minute video. So it's getting pretty intense, and it's just taking a long time. And I mean, as it should be, considering we own the map. And we're trying to plant a field in every single field that we've created on this map. And all of this is just to wait for the stupid poplar to grow. Like, that's like our end goal right now, is I want to harvest that poplar with the cool baler that I made. That's really all I want to do. I'll get there eventually, I hope, before going crazy. But yeah, at least we're plowing this field now. Oh my gosh, I just realized that this guy's fired. This guy's totally fired. He's been plowing this whole field for 20 minutes plus now without create fields on. Gosh. Really? Where did you start? I didn't turn create fields on. Is create fields on now? Yep, it is. All right, back to where you were when we started 40 minutes ago. Anyways, I'm gonna let this guy finish plowing, and then we'll plow this field, and then we'll probably plow the top field, and then this massive field. So it's a little bit of plowing to do, but then we'll have everything plowed. We'll have actual fields everywhere, which will be pretty awesome. Not to mention the stone picking and seeding and rolling and all that kind of stuff that has to happen, but you know, it is what it is. So I realized as I was picking up grass and plowing fields and stone picking, that there was one last thing that I said that I wanted to do, which was to put down some productions in this area. God, did I leave that stuff in the middle of the road? In the middle of this area right here, even though I blocked myself from getting in. And it turns out we're actually out of space in our fermenters, which is like, I don't know if it's worthwhile to put another fermenter down right now. But we have so much more grass to pick up that I don't know what else we're going to do. So I want to build up this area, and maybe I'll put down a fermenter temporarily. And I've been trying for the past hour to get the multiplayer thing to work so I can get the cameraman on here. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. To get the cameraman on here, but I can't get him on here, so you're just gonna have to put up with me logging with this thing and just deal with it. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for logging, and we're gonna get going and cut down all these trees in the middle of this triangle, and then we're gonna put down some production areas. So let's figure things out. And there we go. There's the last tree. I think I totally botched this one up, but that's okay. Just throw that thing over there. And I'll have to come through and pick all these trees up, get them on the trailers, and transport them back to the lumber mill. But in the meantime, we can actually place down the stuff we need to do. And you know, obviously I'm noticing also that I have 3 workers that are all done at the same time. But that's okay. Let's place down things we want. So first of all, actually, we're going to hire the tree company to remove all the stumps. Goodbye. And then we're going to place down what we need. So we want to build, basically put 2 buildings here, I think. We're going to go to productions, factories. We want to put down 2 buildings. Nothing special, but we do want to put down the sheep cheese factory, which honestly takes up most of this space. And then from the do we have enough for not that's platinum? Where's premium? We don't. It's not a big deal. We obviously have the money. Soup factory. How big is the soup factory? See, the soup factory is the size of this thing. And it's all in the front of the building, so we could like put the soup factory like right here, maybe. Anyways, the only one I really care about is the shingle factory. So maybe I'll put the soup factory in later. Don't really care. I'm sorry, all I want is the sheep dairy. Sheep cheese factory. So where are the trigger points? So there's a pallet spawn point and the dump point is right there. So kind of like it right there. So I'm going to do like this. And there we go. Oh, and then on the back side of it, what we're going to do, we're going to put another of our fermenting silos because we're out of space and all the rest of them. So we don't care about that. We're going to put this thing right here on the corner. Kind of there. And we're going to landscape. Paint in a road in front. That. And then this factory, I don't like the texture this factory is using. I want to continue to use the one that's already there. I don't like that concrete texture. Doesn't look good. Let's fix it real quick. I like the kind of forest ground. Make a little pathway in front of the building, which actually looks kind of cool. Come over here and get this. And then this is our dumping area. What should I do here? Cool. And then we're just tie it all together. Put in this grass and call it a day. Perfect. Okay, so we've tied in this area. This is our new production area. There's our new sheep cheese. And we can actually use all that sheep cheese we bought. And then we also have another fermenter for the sake of fermenting. We're going to call this rename. We're going to call this... This is the East fermenter silo. And now it has a name. And now these pallets that are these bales that are right over here, all those can get dumped in here. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up all these logs, dump in those bales, and then decide on whether or not to put the soup factory in here or not. You know what? Actually, right here, right where I'm sitting, actually, let's see here. I've never used the soup factory, so I kind of want to see what it's like. Where's the soup factory? It seems expensive. This one? Flooring, furniture, soup factory. Can I fit it right here? Kind of in, wait, can I fit it right here? No, because that goes into the field. it's too big for this area. I'm gonna have to find another place, the soup factory. We'll find another place for it. I don't know where, but somewhere. Does it fit on this side? Ooh, it fits on this side. I think it's gonna go right here. I'm gonna clear out some more trees, put the soup factory there, and then we'll get on with our day. I gotta get those workers going because they're all waiting for me. But that's what we're gonna do. So I'll catch you in a bit. And there we go. We got the soup place installed. Oh, we put some landscaping in just for the fun of it. Do the same thing we did on the other one. Whoops. Landscaping, painting. Here. Right in the front door. Perfect. Oh, and there's pallets over here on this side. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And this is where the pallets go. And we'll have to have like a little area for pulling out the pallets. That's fine. And then let's make sure the back side of it. Oh my god, there's ugh, gross. So at least put some grass back in here. And we need a tree right here on the corner. Let's do a big tree. That's not big enough. I want a big tree. Where are the oaks? This one. Large American elm. Put that right there, kind of overlapping the... It's wintertime, so we're not seeing what these trees actually look like. But there we go. So we got the soup factory, and we got that factory, and then we got a lot of logs to pick up. Yay! We have more productions, and that's actually going to be probably it for the productions, because actually there's no more space on this map. I'm going to go through and pick this stuff up, and we'll be back at some point. Looks like we've got some planting going on. This field, which I think is actually bigger than I thought it was, which may be a rather large problem, is getting planted with red beets. Oh my gosh. I think this field's too big. It's one of the only fields we have left. I figured because we're doing the soup factory, we might as well kind of double, triple, quadruple down or whatever. And actually make the triple soup, right? Which is the one that you need beets, parsnips, and carrots. We already have a field of carrots up here. This is field 1. This is carrots, right? Carrots, right? And then this one is going to be parsnips. And this one's going to be red beets, but it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Oh my gosh, that's way bigger than I thought it was. And then as you can see, Samo Simulated is his field. It's a simulated field. It's not a real field. It's just a simulated one. Is getting planted with mustard. Mustard is kind of a cool crop. I like the color of the line or whatever it's called of the thing in here, like this bright yellow. I like it. This is gonna be one colorful map as soon as I'm done. So this is gonna be mustard. We're gonna do this whole thing right here in flax, which will be fun. Again, parsnips up here, carrots, which are actually almost ready to be harvested. And then this whole thing is gonna be lavender. A big, huge field of lavender. So lots more happening. We got these two fields are gonna actually be done pretty soon. And then once these guys are done seeding, we'll move one of them seeding up to this field, and then we'll have one of them rolling, and then we have 2 rollers, so eventually we'll get a second roller in. And then the last field, this one right here, is going to get planted soon, I promise. We will get this one planted by the end of the day, and this one's going to be my special prairie grass. I figure prairie grass for the cows is perfect for the moo meadow. Yes, that's a really great name for it's got like a moo meadow or a moodo. Mudo. Moo meadow. And that's what's going to be planted there. So still working on it, still going. I have a little bit of grass left to pick up, like 1,000,000 liters or so. Not a big deal. But now at least I'm not driving all the way across the map. And now I have a fermenting silo right here that I can fill up to. Again, everything else is still running. You see all the workers driving back and forth. It's crazy. But the goal is by the end of today, we're going to have this planted also, which is going to take a little bit of plowing. And I think I might actually get a second plow and put 2 plows on that field. So we'll see. But this guy's doing good. This triple setup works really good. Honestly, for 200 horsepower to be able to seed at 15 meters consistently with no questions asked is great. Now, of course, it doesn't work unless you have it's really hard to manage unless you have the workers buying the seeds. But I mean, we have millions of dollars. This is what we have. We've got 6 million. We've got $6 million, so it's not a big deal. Somebody left the course and stopped, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. But anyways, and there we go. Kind of a monumentous occasion. We're actually starting the plow this last major field. I think there's one small one over the cow barn, which we'll do later today, but this is the last big field. And this is the last big field on this map. Like, we have the whole map. This is the last one. It actually, Courseplay crashed my computer twice trying to generate this course. It's a pretty, and not only that, it's a dual tractor course. I don't know if that takes longer or shorter, but gosh, it's gonna take like an hour and a half to actually just do this plowing. But that's the last major field to get plowed. So this guy's gonna start going, and then hopefully I'm gonna pick up the rest of this grass before he destroys it, and then we'll start seeding it and hopefully get that seeding done before the end of the day. It's not too late in the day, 2:02. It's getting there. I think the stone picker on the field next to us needs to get emptied. But until then, I'm just gonna get going with this plowing and then try to pick up this grass. This is fun. We're almost done. We're over here at our cow barn, or moo meadow, I think it's called. It's a funny name. I like it. And we're picking up the last of the grass. We're gonna have to make a couple passes because these windrows are pretty far apart right here, but the other ones should be close enough to get. Anyways, we're gonna pick up the last of this grass. We did finish off the grass in that big huge field, which is now being plowed. If we jump in, you can see it. They've already started doing their up and down across the middle sections, and yeah, it's cruising along. Especially with 2 of them going, it should be pretty quick. Maybe in like another hour or so. It's funny how I can say pretty quick and an hour in the same sentence. But you know, everything takes longer at this stage. We're gonna come in here and do this one next. This will get plowed and planted with prairie grass, and then that's gonna be it for the day. But and then we're gonna plant, seed, stone pick the big field and get that planted with lavender. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to plant it with lavender today within the game day. I'm hoping I will. If not, if it goes to the next day, not a big deal. This one and the lavender field might take an extra day depending on how long all of the work I'm setting aside for myself takes. It's maybe didn't think this one through. But we own the map, so rock on. And I'm going to continue through this and get the rest of this field cleaned up, and then the grass picked up, and then jump back in when we get the next field started seeding. I think we're going to just seed the flax field soon, as soon as the stone picker's done. The stone picker's almost done, and so as soon as he's done, flax seeding is next. Yeah. Over here now at Mrs. Sim Gamer's field. I don't remember what is it called, something like that. But this is where Mrs. Sim Gamer started the challenge. I've created a field out of this entire area, plowed it, stone picked it. Now it's time to seed. We're gonna actually be planting in parsnips. I've never done parsnips before, so if this goes wrong, doesn't work. Don't blame me. I've never done this before. And we'll get courseplay going. Sweet. And that's going to be our second to last field that we plant today. Oh, and it is planting properly. So that's next. The next thing we're going to have to do is work on this field. This field is coming along. The plows are doing a fantastic job. Well, this guy actually needs to turn around. So let's do a little bit of quick cleanup. That courseplay misses every once in a while, which is not a big deal. I don't mind. And, you know, courseplay does most of the work. I come back in a little bit, do a little bit here and there, and finish the job. We are going to have to stone pick that. I think I'm actually going to probably do a double stone picker on this. I'll buy another stone. Whoa, I swung a little wide on there. Whatever. Probably get a second stone picker just to make this stone picking go faster. I can't leave well enough alone and not stone pick it. That's just kind of against me. But see, I can't even drive straight. What the hell? All right, here we go. And there should be a route here or something. Probably like right here, I'm guessing. Yep, perfect. Lined up like a boss. There we go. And as you can see, we're like almost done with this side, and then there's the whole other side of the field to do, which I'm gonna have to watch over because the other guy's plowing. I think he stopped actually. Yeah, he stopped up here somewhere. The other guy plowing, he's gonna immediately try to run into that island, and since courseplay doesn't handle islands very well, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then jump back in once we get these plows done. Once these plows are done, we're gonna have to do a little bit of rolling here and there. Whoop. Get in the truck. Why is that patch of ground not plowed? What are you doing? Just a weird little, just nothing patch of ground that wasn't plowed. It's funny. All right. What if? I'm gonna have to get in here and we're gonna have to get the flax field. That's the next field to start going. And I'm actually really excited about doing the flax. I've never done flax in this game. I've set it up on a couple of maps, but I've never actually done it. And I know the cool thing with flax is it has its own bale type and all that kind of stuff. And I've added all of that to the map because why not? And oh, this feels big. So that'll be the next thing, and then we have to roll all the fields we've seeded today. So more to do, more to come. The day's moving along, I guess. I don't know. We'll check back in a bit. Stole one of the people plowing. One of the plows. I stole him. He's off doing this job now, and he's ready to plant. So we're gonna go ahead and get going here, and get this seeding done. No, always does that. Nope. There you go. A little bit further forward. Now we can go straight. Okay. So this guy's gonna be seeding flax. Let's check the map. Make sure he's actually seeding flax. You always have to do this when you're using these triple mowers because there we go. We're seeding flax. Because if like one of them gets out of whack, then you end up out with like a striped crop. I actually, the first time I saw that issue was right here on this field just below us, when Daggerwin was playing this map, where he planted corn, or he planted oats and wheat or something like that, or soybeans and wheat, and it was in like stripes. It looked really funny. And then I actually did it on purpose on CalmLands when I played CalmLands, which was for the fans. But here we're going to be planting flax on this pretty big field. How big is it? Let's look. Grumpy Gray Hillside is about 19 hectares. Not bad. Goodness gracious. So this guy's going to be planting. He's probably going to take most of the rest of the day. And this same planter set is going to be what we use over there to plant the lavender. So we're kind of waiting on this guy to finish. And at 200 horsepower, we can't do any fast farming. We can't go any faster than we're going. So we're just going to have to wait for this guy. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get the lavender done today. I might just set a worker off and then just walk away from the computer for a couple hours and let it go into the night and go into the next month. And just let the worker work. Go watch a movie or something. Because it's going to take quite a while to seed that entire massive field. But for now, we're going to seed the flax field. Now, the other thing we have going on, if we jump out real quick, over here, if I get the right menu, if you look, we got our parsnips being planted. And this guy's doing not a bad job. Let's clean up a little bit. He seems to be missing some spots on his turnaround, which is kind of part of the course for this. This happens for this cedar a lot. Where the turnaround, when he's turning around, they don't like, Courseplay doesn't like this hard tongue. Is that what you call it? And also the fact that this tractor, this specific fast track, doesn't have all-wheel steering. It only has partial wheel steering. So I'm going to do the ones on the bottom. Just kind of get going here. I'll have to come back and fix the rest of it later. But I want to get this course going. But this version of the fast track doesn't have all-wheel steering. Now, I actually, and it also can't be colored. But I think this was a very early version of this tractor. And I actually really like this tractor, but I noticed that somebody else who I've been following who also did this challenge, Jack Sarge, he has a version of this tractor in green with big, awesome tires and all-wheel steering. And a little bit more horsepower than I think is valid for this challenge. But that's neither here nor there. I might actually have to talk to him and get his version of it because... yeah, see, this is the problem. See, for some reason, I don't know if it's this tractor or this, but like it's not turning enough. Like there's a limitation maybe on the cedar planter where it doesn't actually rotate far enough when it's making a turn. So I think it's not turning sharp enough and it's missing. It's getting towards the end of the day. The stone pickers are doing great, but you know, it's just going to take forever. I don't think we're going to finish this field or be ready to seed it today. It's just too much. I've had to empty it multiple times, but it's going overall, it's going pretty good. As you can see from the distance, that other field is pretty much ready. I think we already rolled that field. And I had to move the roller up the hill to the flax field up there. He seems to be doing pretty good. Let's jump into the map and see how he's actually doing. There we go. Looks like he's not doing very well. He's just started. But he's gonna go. He's doing pretty good. Looks like we're only a third done over here. If I jump over to the other side of the field, you can see that I plowed around the cow farm, and I do need to stone pick that, but I'm waiting for the stone pickers to be done. But overall, it's going okay. But I'm only a third done. This is totally gonna take forever. While that stone picking is happening, you can see that I'm rolling over here on the grass field, which is something only I do, but I like to do it for that little bit of an extra yield. That's just how I am. But I think we're just going to let these stone pickers run for the entire rest of the day. There's not much more to do in today. Next month, I think we're gonna have some harvests to do. There's a couple plots I think that are almost ready. Let's jump in the map real quick and take a look. As you can see, where's that? There it is. The sunflower field is going to be ready soon. The carrot field is going to be ready soon, so I'm going to figure out how to harvest that. So we got 2 good harvests happening next month. It should be kind of fun. It'll be a little bit different now. We've done lots of seeding and rolling for the past couple episodes, but now that we own the entire map, I mean, you know, kind of what we have to do. And then after that, the next episode, I think episode 17 or so, we'll be back and we'll be harvesting down here, the soybean field. And then potentially down a little bit further south at the oat field, Zorch's oat field down here. Yep. And then maybe after that, I mean, obviously the end goal is the Jack Sarge's poplar field, and we'll get there eventually. But that is what it is. You know, I'm going to call it there. don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know down below what do you think of my new production area. Did I do a good job? I'm really looking forward to making those soups, even though it's going to be a pain in the butt to harvest those crops. It is what it is, but premium edition, right? Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.